Well, Ali, last home game of 2018, and what a game to finish with against Saracens. Top 2 in the division. What are you expecting?
Oh look, it will be 100% from both sides. You know, we'll go full ball at it, as they tend to be. Very physical clashes, very tactical games, but something we're excited about. It will be a real good marker to see where we're at and see how our performance and our general work ethic at what levels we're hitting.
Obviously disappointment here a couple of weeks ago, but you gave it the perfect response last week. What was said in the aftermath of that game here that kind of triggered things? I think there were a few home truths said by you, the coaches and the players themselves. Yeah,
look, we're working at this together. The guys are pretty honest guys. We just reset ourselves. It's a simple game, rugby. It's often the side that works the hardest. And when we looked at the footage, you know, there were certain areas we didn't work hard enough in. The credit to the players, they were able to turn it around within a week, and you saw the effort they put into that game. You get out what you put in rugby, and that's the best thing about the game. It's not, you know, one on an odd fluke or here and there. They're generally the side that deserves to win a game, it wins it, and that's the way we need to look at it. We need to we address things. We sort of took the result out of the equation. We really didn't care about the result. It was all about the performance, and look, we got a great performance at the weekend, and the result takes care of itself.
You talk about hard work. That's something you're definitely going to need at the weekend, isn't it? Saracens, one of the forces of European rugby, probably world rugby, aren't they? You know what's coming at you.
Yeah, look, we both work incredibly hard, you know, and it's going to be a real battle, and we're prepared to go, you know, long into the game for that. You know, the important thing is that we stick at it, and hopefully we force our game on top of theirs.
You talked about lessons being learned over the years. They're a different side to 2 years ago. So are the Chiefs, though, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. Look, you know, guys and teams at the top end of the league are always moving forward. The game's evolving, the sport's evolving. If you stick with where you're at, you're going to go backwards pretty quickly. You know, so for both of us to stay up there for a few seasons, they've been up there a lot longer than us. So credit to them. They've obviously, you know, they've got a fantastic coaching setup and fantastic players that are prepared to drive themselves on. But equally, so have we. You know, we've driven ourselves forward over the years, right up the league, and as I say, we're in a good position now, but we've got to keep pushing forward. We're not going to sit back on what we've achieved in the past. We've got to get better, we know that, and it's all going to be about that over the next few years.
You're almost at the halfway stage of the season, but yourselves and Saracens are quite a way ahead of the chasing pack, and that. What do you put that down to this year? Is the Premiership a lot different, or that nature from third to the bottom? How close is that?
Look, it's a difficult one. Look, we're not that far away. You know, a win and a loss either way closes the gap pretty quickly. So look, we're firmly focused on what we can control. What we can control is our own performance and our own intensity and work rate. So they're the things we're focused on. The other guys, sometimes that we've maybe been able to nick games that we're, you know, where we're confident in that latter stage at times, that's kept us up there. But what's important is really that our levels of performance. We haven't been great over the last 6 or 7 weeks. We've assessed that, and we certainly performed better last week. So we'll be looking for a same. If not, I think we can improve on that performance and work that little bit harder.
Training, you've just finished it there, looked very sprightly, and a lot of faces out there now, and you're getting players back. How important is that to see the likes of Cowan, Dickey, Hill, Woodburn back on the training field?
Yeah, look, it's great to see the guys back. I mean, the guys that are in the team are playing. You know, if they play like that every week, as they did at the weekend, they're going to keep their spots. So it'll be very interesting how it pans out over the next few weeks. But equally, it's great to have those guys and that talent coming back in. If they perform well enough in training, and better than the other guys, if they get their opportunities, they'll get the shirt. It's a pretty simple equation here. You know, the best players will get into that team, because obviously we're looking for that level of performance.
As I said, last game of 2018. Reflect on it though, Ali. How it's again been a great year of moving forward for the club. We've finished the league last season as not champions, but top of it. You got to another final, unlucky on that front, but you've seen more players going to international folds. There's so many positives from this year, isn't it?
Yeah, there is. I mean, you can't judge it purely on on the final. It was obviously disappointed, but the rest of it, we played some fantastic rugby. You know, we've put in some fantastic sets of defence on our lines, and you know, turned situations round. There's been some great games that we, you know, won in the last minutes. All in all, you just got to look at the whole picture. It's a fantastic environment to be working and playing in. Great bunch of guys that on the coaching staffs and the support staff, and they're a great bunch of guys, the players. So look, it's a great year. It's been really enjoyable, but equally we're moving forward fast as the game goes, and we're looking for new improvements into the new year, and I'm sure we'll get it.